What's going on, guys? Today we're looking at how to tell the difference between a North English accent and a Southern English accent. And we're going to use two famous British soaps, EastEnders and Coronation Street, to help us. Can't wait to do this, guys. Let's get going. Let's quickly talk about what accents you'll find in the south of England and in the north of England. So in the south you have received pronunciation, Cockney, multicultural London English, Bristolian, Estuary English, and a variety of other ones in the southwest particularly. Then in the north of England you're going to have accents like a Mancunian accent, a Scouse accent, which is from Liverpool, a Geordie accent, which is from Newcastle, Brummie from Birmingham, Yorkshire accent, and within Yorkshire there's lots of different accents. So yeah, those are the main ones that we're going to be focusing on today. The first main difference between the north and the south of England is something that we call the trap bath split. And this is where you have an A and the two different sounds that can be produced. So in the south of England you have two sounds. For example, bath, that R sound, and trap, that A sound. So R and A. So words with R, things like bath, laugh, glass, afternoon, dance, etc. Now, the A sound, you've got man, hand, Japan, pasta, Harry. So you have two different sounds. But in the north of England, there isn't that distinction. So you only have one sound, that's the A sound. You wouldn't use an R sound. So with words that take R in the south of England, they're A in the north of England. So it would be bath, laugh, afternoon, ask, glass, dance. Here's an example from a really famous British soap, Coronation Street, which is set in Manchester in the north of England. So they're going to be using a Northern English accent. Let's have a listen, see if you can identify that A sound.
Oh, Fizz, I forgot to ask, is Mum all right?
Oh, don't worry.
Did you hear that ask? Now in the south of England, that would be ask. Okay, R, that R sound. So in the north, A, in the south, R.
Oh, Fizz, I forgot to ask, is Mum all right?
Oh, don't worry.
Now let's look at an example from EastEnders, where they have a Southern English accent, and see if you can tell the difference.
You can't tell me what to do, you ain't my mother!
Whoa, okay, it's an explosive scene, this one. But she said the word can't. Can't. She's using the R sound there. In the north of England, that would be A. You can't. Can't. But in the south of England, can't.
You can't tell me what to do, you ain't my mother!
Okay, let's go back to Coronation Street and the north of England and hear another example.
Oh, it's been pushed back to this afternoon.
Okay, did you hear that? Afternoon. Afternoon. So that A sound. In the south of England, that would be afternoon, right? Afternoon.
Oh, it's been pushed back to this afternoon.
Now, before we continue, guys, I just want to remind you that I have a brand new book coming out really soon. It's a guide to British English and to British culture. So we look at things like these kinds of accents. I teach you the differences between a Cockney accent, received pronunciation, Mancunian, Scouse. I also have a dictionary with all the British slang that I know. We also have Cockney rhyming slang. There's loads of cultural information as well, like the best TV shows to watch to learn English, things like that. I can't wait for you guys to see it. When it's available, there will be a link in the description below this video. Okay, the second big distinction between the north and the south of England is the A sound. Well, A and A and So the two words that we use to sort of show this is put and put. Put and put. You have two different sounds there, the A and the A and Now in the south of England you have that difference. You have those two sounds, A and put, put. But in the north of England, the accents in the north don't have that distinction. It's just the sound, So let's go through the south of England and what those words would sound like. So with the sound you have put, good, wood, sugar, etc. And then you have the A sound, so you have put, shut, nut, Sunday, summer, run. Now in the north of England, those words, put, nut, run, it's not the A, it's So it'd be put, nut, run, summer, Sunday, shut. and so on. Okay, let's go back to Coronation Street and find an example of this sound.
Right, well, give me 10 minutes while I go and freshen up.
Okay, that up sound, up. In the south of England, it's up, ah. But in the north of England, up.
Right, well, give me 10 minutes while I go and freshen up.
Okay, let's hear an example in EastEnders, which is from the south of England.
Listen to me, son. You can leave out that front door, or you can choose a window.
Okay, he used the word sun, S-O-N, sun. Now, in the north of England, that's sun, that But in the south of England, sun.
Listen to me, son. You can leave out that front door, or you can choose a window.
And in fact, if we go back to that first example we used from EastEnders, she says mother at the end, mother, that ma. In the north of England, mother. So mother.
You can't tell me what to do, you ain't my mother!
Okay, and another one, love. Love in the south of England, love in the north of England.
There'll be plenty of time for that, though.
Okay, so those are the two big differences, the a and r and the and a. Now, the third big difference that you have between the north and the south is vocabulary. Now, there are regional words throughout England, of course. So if you are listening to someone speaking and they use a certain word, sometimes that word will tell you where they are from. Are they from the north of England or the south of England? And even within that, are they from Liverpool? Are they from Manchester? Are they from London? Are they from Newcastle? So some big examples that we have. In the north of England, lunch is called dinner, and the last meal of the day is called tea. Whereas in the south of England, lunch is lunch, and the last meal of the day is dinner. So if you hear someone saying, what do you want for tea? That indicates that they're from the north of England, just from their choice of vocabulary. Now, another interesting difference is terms of endearment. In the north of England, you might be called duck, or love, or pet, or chuck. If you walk into, let's say, a bakery and you ask for a sandwich or some bread, they might say, all right, love, all right, duck, all right, chuck, all right, pet. Whereas those words, you might hear them in the south, but you're probably more likely to be called love or darling, something like that. All right, darling, all right, love, something more on those lines. So those can be some differences as well. Another example might be if someone says, all right, me old China, all right, me old China, that's an example of Cockney rhyming slang. So that suggests that they're probably from London or at least the south of England. Now, me old China, Cockney rhyming slang, China plate. What does plate rhyme with? Mate. So me old China is my mate, my friend. So if someone says, all right, me old China, they're saying, all right, mate. Now, but if you hear someone say, our kid, what does that mean? Well, in Manchester particularly, our kid is another way of saying like my younger brother or sister. For example, if they said our kid's just got a job at Google, that would tell you that their brother or sister has got a job at Google. So that word, that phrase tells me that they're probably from the north of England, probably from Manchester. So vocabulary is a really good indication of where someone is from within England. Okay, it's time for a quiz. I'm going to show you a little clip of someone speaking, and I want you to decide, are they speaking with a northern English accent or a southern English accent? Good luck.
Remember, this is between you and me, yeah? Boys like us need to stick together. Remember, this is between you and me, yeah? Boys like us need to stick together.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired. I was up to my elbows in ice until God knows what time last night. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired. I was up to my elbows in ice until God knows what time last night.
Do you know what? I think Emma's made it up. And that cow Fiona Middleton, they're in league together. They want your money. Do you know what? I think Emma's made it up. And that cow Fiona Middleton, they're in league together. They want your money.
How did you do? Were you able to tell the difference? All right, if not, go back to the beginning of this video, go through it again, and then come back to this quiz. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember, I have my new book coming out really soon. The link will be in the description below when it's ready. Until next time, guys, this is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.